Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh, and today we're drinking 21-year-old bourbon, Knob Creek 21 to be specific. And what do we know about Knob Creek 21?
It's 21 years old.
Yeah, it's old enough to drink itself.
From Knob Creek.
Exactly. I mean, that's all you need to know. 21 years old from Knob Creek. It's old enough to drink itself. Later on, we have each a pour of the Knob Creek 12-year, which we're going to compare because this right here is a $70 bottle in most markets, and Knob Creek 21 is like 260-ish bucks in most markets. So is this going to be, this being the Knob Creek 21, going to be that much better than the 12-year, which is most people's favorite of the Knob Creek aged lineup?
Okay.
So we're going to find out, and we're going to get into this in just a minute. But before we get into this and the comparison, we have to drink our pre-alcohol probiotic from ZBiotics. And what do we know about ZBiotics?
That it is a pre-alcohol probiotic that has sciencey things that help you feel your best the next day after drinking.
Yep. So before we drink ZBiotics. And they are today's video sponsor. We've been a long-time partner with ZBiotics. They are great. I mean, we are actually subscribed ourselves. That's how much we believe in it. You can reach out and we'll show you our receipts for the last 2.5 years when we've been subscribers. If you really want to see that we're not joking, but that's how much we believe in this. The holidays are coming up, guys. Let's get real. Thanksgiving's coming up. So whether you're drinking Knob Creek 21 or you're dealing with a 21-year-old feud with that uncle that's always causing problems at the family gathering, there is no reason that you should wake up the day after that and having some pours, feeling anything but your best, and that's what ZBiotics helps with. So in the video description below, there's a link. You can go down there, get you some, or click the QR code that's up here. Take you right over and get you some there as well. Get you a discount, and if you sign up for a subscription at the same time, it'll stack on top. You get an even bigger discount. And the best part of it all, if for some reason you're as skeptical as we were when we started this, and then you try it and you feel like it's not worth it, we would not have that in common because we were skeptical, tried it,
loved it,
immediately got a subscription. But
they do offer money back guarantee.
They do.
Yeah.
So really no risk, all reward to feel your best the next day after having some pours. You just drink some ZBiotics before you drink some whiskey, and you wake up feeling great. Like my grandma says, drink like you got some sense, and it takes care of everything else. Does heavy lifting, scientifically speaking. So thank you, ZBiotics, for making a product that we believe in so much. We've subscribed for years ourselves, and that we can so strongly recommend to you guys. So cheers. Let's get Knob Creek 21 on the nose and see what we think.
I mean, it smells old.
It smells nice.
It smells like old marshmallows. Like, not...
Yeah, that's exactly,
Not old as in, like, it's gone bad marshmallows, but marshmallows that are aged.
Yeah.
In a good way. I don't know.
I mean, to me, I think what's really nice, and we have tried this once before, just a small sip on a previous live stream, but what jumps out to me the most about this is how balanced some of the fruity notes are in here, which Knob Creek doesn't always have fruity notes, and I really like that in my whiskey to add some complexity and some dynamics to the, aromas and flavor that I'm getting. So I love that I'm getting some fruitiness on this, kind of like a red fruity, kind of like pastry type of thing going on here, maybe like a cherry Danish or something. But then I'm also getting the old oak. But for being 21 years old, it's not super heavy-handed.
Right.
It is prominent though. It kind of smells like a furniture store a little bit. And I'm not talking I'm not talking like rooms to go.
Like a wood furniture.
A wood shop, yeah.
Like you walk in and you smell like the cherry wood and the walnut tables and
Yeah. I mean, cherry wood and walnut and oak kind of perfectly describe the nose.
Look at me. You think I've done this before?
I'm even getting like a little bit of like this really nice, pleasant vanilla in here, which is almost like a vanilla buttercream type of note. The nose smells really nice for 100 proof.
I do feel like we're talking about the nose too much, and I want to drink it.
Yeah, we're going to do that in just 2 seconds, but I do want to say, when you have a whiskey this old, oftentimes the nose becomes one of the most enjoyable pieces of the experience if you enjoy smelling your whiskey. So don't neglect it and just rush to get it right down the hatch.
Or if you want to neglect it and drink it like I do, you can too.
All right, cheers.
I like to smell my whiskey as I'm drinking it. I think I get more enjoyment out of that. And to each their own. Like everybody does things differently. All people /
Every people
everybody.
in every nation.
They do things differently. Ooh, okay.
First sip of whiskey for the day. Can't always trust that first sip.
It's sweeter than I expected it to be for as old as it is. I expected it to be more oak and drying.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that.
First two things that came to mind for me were whoa sweet, whoa thin.
Thin. Oh, okay.
But take a second sip.
Okay.
Can't trust the first one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I always get more oak on the second sip.
Yeah, same.
And I needed that.
It's good because the first sip was lacking the oak, and I think that helps balance it out. Makes it not feel as sickeningly sweet. Yeah. I like that a lot. It is a little thin viscosity-wise, but not... Like, I didn't pick up on it until you said something.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's 100 proof, and there's this thing in whiskey. I was talking to a friend today, talking to my buddy Justin, and we were talking about how whiskey is what it is. And this is something I used to say on the channel fairly frequently, and I've kind of gotten away from it in recent months and maybe even this year. But things are what they are, and expecting things to be something that they're not is an issue. Silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because... Was that your glass?
That was the glass. That wasn't,
to be clear.
That wasn't my booty. That was the glass that made that noise.
Just a rootin' tootin' good time around here. But yeah, things are what they are. So I really became attuned to this with the Knob Creek 18-year release. And I've told this story on the channel before, so I'll be brief here. But I saw some videos gushing over Knob Creek 18 and how good it was and how it was a special whiskey for being a Knob Creek release. And I was like, oh man, these people are talking about it being a special whiskey. And I went out and bought it, and I was disappointed that it tastes like 100 proof Knob Creek, just with a little more age. And that's kind of the recipe here as well. Like, I need you to surprise me and delight me in ways that make it worth paying premium price tags. Because if I can get 80% of this experience for, you know, a quarter of the money, like... You know, I kind of lean towards like, if I don't love it, I really don't need to pay the extra. Gotcha. I guess it's not even really about the differential of like a quarter of the money I can get in Knob Creek 12. It's more like just wow me enough to make me want to pay $260
to make the price worth it.
Yes. Yeah. So going into this, I'm expecting it to taste like 21-year-old Knob Creek, and that's kind of exactly what it tastes like. So if you don't love Jim Beam's flavor profile, I probably would steer clear of this.
Although I wouldn't say it's super nutty. Isn't that Jim Beam nutty?
Yeah, it's got a little bit more of like a peanut buttery sweetness to it rather than like a peanut shell note.
Yeah.
That's where that shows up. And I do think the oak, the old oak in here, while not being heavy-handed and tannic, to your point, and drying, it complements that sweet peanut butteriness in a nice way to almost kind of mask the nuttiness. So you just get like sweetness and kind of like slight nuttiness and this nice pleasant oak. But it is 100 proof, and that is my biggest critique with it. But let's try the 12-year and see how it stacks up, because this is much, much more inexpensive.
This smells like butterscotch.
Wow, okay, this smells good, simple. The 12-year smells incredibly simple compared to the 21-year.
The 12-year smells like straight up boozy butterscotch.
It kind of does have that note to it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would call it that. I think I would call it like some type of like honey peanut butter. But like the way the honey and the peanut butter are interacting together is kind of butterscotchy too.
Yeah. Maybe I can see that.
Yeah.
I gotta switch arms. I gotta drink with my right hand.
Not getting a grapefruit. I'm not getting any fruit note.
No, I'm not getting fruit. I'm getting sweet as in like more of like a honey, butterscotch, those types of sweetness, not a fruit sweetness.
Let's try it. Cheers. Man, okay. That's really interesting. I'm getting the fruit note on the palate, not on the nose, but I'm getting like that, a little bit of a cherry fruit note on this one as well, except it's a little bit more like those maraschino red cocktail cherries, a little brighter and shinier than like the cherry Danish that I was getting on the Knob Creek 21.
Yeah, for sure. It's more like a maraschino cherry that's in like the cherry syrup. Hold please.
So here's what I'll say. A lot of times, whiskey's a lot like a good dog, you know?
Explain
it's like
that.
When they're in their puppy phase, it's almost like it's too much and they need to settle down a little bit. And then they kind of get into those mid years, like, you know, in whiskey terms, to me, that's like maybe 6 to 12 years old. And that's where they're kind of in this nice sweet spot of playful, but also not too heavy-handed. And then once they start to get much older, like a 21-year-old whiskey, more age in the barrel should, in theory, kind of relax the whiskey a little bit, cut down on the spice some, and that is what's happening here.
Yeah, I think these taste very similar, but the 12-year is lacking the oak, like completely, that the 21-year has. And while the 21-year has oak, it's not heavy-handed, there's like almost, in comparison, there seems to be like almost no oak in comparison to the 21-year than the 12. So, but they do taste similar as if oak aside.
Well, I mean, they're the same distillery, same product line from the Jim Beam distillery, the Knob Creek product line. So a lot of the notes are there.
Yeah.
You know, like there's...
I might like I don't want to pay the price for the 21-year, but I do like what that oak, like that extra age imparts.
Different intensities.
But it's not worth paying for, in my opinion.
Different intensities of the flavors that are present to me. You know, like at the 4th of July when you shoot off those fireworks and they like pop, and then like after they pop, they go...
I love that. I love the sparkle.
I feel like Knob Creek 12-year in comparison is a very sparkly bourbon.
It has more of the like
you drink
higher...
it and it has like a fizziness on the palate that kind of like those fireworks do. Whereas the 21-year is just all much more rich and dark.
It's all rounded.
Yeah.
I feel like the 21-year is like drinking a sphere, and the 12-year is like drinking a star. There's a little, there's a few pointy edges, but I don't hate them.
That's fair. I was gonna say like the 12-year is kind of like a really shiny polyester jacket.
Okay.
That looks cool, but like maybe
like you kind of sweat a little bit because it doesn't breathe.
And the 21-year is like a well worn in leather jacket that just feels very like homey. Like better comparison.
Okay.
12-year is like a fabric couch that is relatively comfortable, but a little scratchy, but you're kind of also not mad at it.
Okay.
Whereas the 21-year is like a well worn in leather recliner that you just soak into, and it just feels so just comfortable. So that being said, you say comfortable? I say comfortable. You say comfortable or comfortable?
Who says comfortable?
A lot of people say comfortable.
I say comfortable.
I say comfortable. Let us know in the comments below how many syllables is in the word comfortable.
How many syllables are in your words?
Is it is comfortable? That's 3 syllables.
Comfortable. Comfortable.
But when you say comfortable, it's 3. Comfortable.
Comfortable. So do you say comfortable in 3 syllables
or comfortable?
Or 4?
If you say comfortable, that's a 4 syllable.
Comfortable is 3.
Comfortable is 3. Let us know. Are you team 3 syllables or team 4 syllables in the comments below?
Yeah. Right. Okay, so
synopsis here. Also, this is a great revisit on Knob Creek 12, by the way, because we haven't talked about Knob Creek 12 in a long time.
It's good.
It's let us down in some blinds, and I know why, because it's $70, and it's
kind of missing some of the like deeper.
And we can get the deeper, darker, richer, punchier profile that we want for $70 in Rare Breed or Elijah Craig Barrel Proof picks, or Knob Creek picks for that matter.
Yeah. So I do appreciate the kind of well-roundedness that the 21-year brings. But it is kind of pricey. And what's the proof? Is there a proof difference?
100 proof on both.
Both? Okay. I do feel like the 12-year drinks slightly higher proof because it's kind of sparkly, like you said. And I think that sparkliness kind of tricks the brain into thinking it's spice. which tricks my brain into thinking spice is proof. Like, that's kind of how that translates for me. So it does feel like maybe it's higher proof, even though they're the same proof. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I will say, going with the 12-year first and then going back to the 21, the 21 is, I mean, it's definitely double the whiskey, at least to me. It is markedly better. There's the way the oak is presented is just really well done on Knob Creek's part. I have to give them credit for that, because it's hard to do 21 years old with a bourbon and have it not be just an oaky, tannic mess.
Yeah.
Is that worth $260?
Only you can decide that.
Honestly, yeah, that's actually what I was going to say. I was going to say, personally,
only you can prevent forest fires.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Or decide how much whiskey you want to, or how much money you want to spend on whiskey.
Right. Everyone's personal economy is different. If you are a huge Knob Creek fan and you would not be disappointed paying this price tag for 100 proof Knob Creek that is exceptionally good, then yes, I do think it might be worth at least thinking about purchasing for you. Maybe try to find a sample somewhere, join our Patreon over on Discord, get in our Discord tier, see if you maybe have something that you can trade somebody to get a sample of Knob Creek 21. Bottles are already floating around out there in our community.
Yeah.
We actually got this sample. I got to give a shout out to Brian Kubera for giving us this sample so that we could even do this video.
Yep.
Other people are starting to get bottles. You might be able to get a sample that way, but people are always trying to help people out over there. That's also where we release our barrel picks. We did a Knob Creek barrel pick a little bit back. That was absolutely freaking awesome. Called Black Cherry Batch is what we called it. But we're doing barrel picks all the time. Got all that over there, as well as bonus live streams, all kinds of stuff. You can check it out on Patreon. But back to my original point of trying to get a sample of this somewhere.
We also need to land this plane.
We're doing it. I'm doing it right now.
Cool.
So trying to get a sample of this somewhere, maybe trying it before you buy it, if you're going to be heartbroken if you spend dang near $300 plus tax and you're not going to be happy that it's 100 proof. Like, that's the boat that I would land in.
Well, you know what the proof is before you buy it. That's your fault.
I know, but I'm stressing it because I watched videos on Knob Creek 18 and heard people talk about how good it was and how it was limited edition, special whiskey and all this stuff. And I went and bought a bottle, and then I was super disappointed that I spent $200 on it, when in my brain, spending $200 on 100 proof Knob Creek, not my favorite proof point, I prefer more, and not my favorite distillery profile. I like Jim Beam, and I especially like Knob Creek from Jim Beam more than anything else that they do. But even still, Knob Creek is not in my top 3, or probably not even in my top 5 distilleries. I would rather spend $200 on something I really enjoy. With that said, I was disappointed with the Knob Creek 18. I don't feel like if I parted with $260 for this Knob Creek 21, I would be as disappointed.
You probably wouldn't do it again, but you wouldn't be upset that you did it.
Yeah, we said this on the live stream, and I think I'm reaching the same conclusion. Do I want to go out and spend $260 on this? Not really. But do I want a bottle of it? Yeah, kinda.
I get that.
So
that's an honest answer.
Take from that what you will. That's our personal economy taken into account. If 260 is less money to you than it is to us, then by all means,
then I think it's worth it.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
If you're never going to spend $260 on a whiskey, guess what? Knob Creek 12, pretty good as well. Check it out if you like Jim Beam. Or if you don't like Jim Beam, probably don't buy Jim Beam products. Pretty simple, It seems like a no-brainer, but
thank you, Captain Obvious.
People watch Whiskey Tube and they see people recommending things.
That's why we're here to try to help fight the FOMO.
Well, try to talk some common sense out here, too.
Well, yeah, and I think common sense fights FOMO because you can use your brain to differentiate what you like and what you know about yourself. If you're new into this hobby and you don't know yet, then I think trying all that you can get your hands on is a wise thing. But once you kind of know a little bit more about your palate and what you lean towards, then I think the onus is on you.
We need to land this plane.
Thank you for watching today's video. Be good to each other, and until next time.
Cheers.
Plane landed.
All right. Touche.